You do.
You sit in the middle.
You miss in the middle?
I don't want to sit next to Emily.
You guys scoot in, Emily.
There's no way.
Look at us.
That's the wrong way. Oh, that's better. Look at the elastics.
Am I in it?
Yep.
I think we all need to scoot that way just a little bit, if we could.
Your way, just a tiny smidge.
Okay. We can do that.
Oh, I'm Dylan. I'm gonna make this list even more complicated.
Oh, great Julian
That's me.
impression. Sound just
That
like
sounds
him.
just like me. I thought that was me.
Raise my chair.
This is too simplistic of a list.
Spoilers.
What did you do to
I
your
don't know.
pants?
You know what to do.
Oh, that I think is ruined.
I think so.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to
That's-
Foster the
no.
Meeple, a channel all about board games and board gamey things.
That's not how it goes!
My name is Jeff. This is my co-host Jamie.
What?
This is Joshua Doolin and his wife Emily
That's
Doolin,
not how we're
who
starting.
are here from Kentucky, USA.
Why are you
Woo!
yelling?
USA. USA.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
and
Board gamey things.
exactly. Guess what?
What?
We're not here alone.
We're not.
There's people in our home.
What?
They're
There
not
are.
from here,
No.
but they are here. In
I
fact.
wish.
Who do we have? We have the Doolios, aka the Doolins, aka Emily and Doolin, aka
DJ
Emily and Josh,
AKA DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Mmm. That's what my
Doolin
closest
Duet.
friends call me.
The Doolin Duet. So Emily and Doolin have been visiting us for the past week, and we have played a few games.
Only a few.
How many?
We have played a total of 40 different games and 50 plays.
Does that include the ones Doolin and I just did?
Yep, it does. Exactly.
Does that include all the solo games you did?
It doesn't.
Nope. I subtracted my solo plays because I had
Were
enough
they all
of them,
numbers?
and I had to stop playing.
Was it
games
all
with these
numbers?
Buttheads, and
Was
I
it
had
all
to play with
numbers?
myself. Yes.
Was it all numbers? Okay, thanks for answering.
Jeez Louise, give me a breath, would ya? Today we are going to be telling you about our top 5 games that we played this week. We are probably going to play more games tonight,
Mm-hmm.
so mind
There's
your
no
business,
probably
okay?
there.
There
We're
will
definitely
be.
going to be playing more games.
And it depends on how long this video is.
Exactly. At this rate, the way that Jeff's going, it may never end.
Get over it.
So we are going to go through our top 5 games
Doolin
that we
keeps rubbing
played.
my leg.
That's nice. We're going to go through our top 5 favorite games that we played, starting with number 5 and then counting down.
So we're starting with 5?
We're starting with 5.
Number 5.
And we're
Number
going to
5.
start with Emily.
You feel good over there?
Oh.
I feel good.
Okay?
Oh, good.
Emily, what was your number 5?
Okay, my number 5 was Sheepy Time.
Ooh, good pick.
Great pick.
Good pick.
I thought that was going to be your one.
I did too.
It,
What?
it
It's
was.
not.
A few days ago it was 1, but now
we played better games.
we play better games.
Mm.
Play better games?
What do you like about Sheep Time?
The meeples are really cute, the colors are really pretty, and you're trying to be a sheep running around this little track,
Mm-hmm.
jumping over fences.
I feel like your
Running from
audience has heard a
nightmares.
lot about this game.
I love
I
Sheepy Time.
didn't put Sheepy Time on my list.
Me either.
But
You
it,
Because we already played it.
yeah.
you
didn't
didn't
play
play
with
it
us.
with us.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a fun one to put on your list.
That explains it.
That would have been
You know what's funny?
a dark horse pick.
You said that, and I was like, Sheepy Time wasn't on my list, I don't think.
Nope.
But you didn't include it in my list.
No,
That's why.
because you were gone.
You were out getting garlic fingers, I think.
Yeah, Jeff was out
Which
getting...
was-
I was
Perfect.
basically
Perfect.
just the
Amazing.
errand boy the whole week.
Yeah.
They were like, we're going to play Sheepy Time. You're going to
Get
go
outta
get
here.
us food.
Get out of here.
Which number 1 food while we were here was easily
Garlic
Donairs and
fingers.
garlic fingers.
Really?
Ricardo's
Over
Pizza
poutine.
in Canada.
I don't know, man. That's
Number
crazy.
1 place in
Poutine's
Canada to
up
get
there.
food.
They've been eating lots of Canadian food.
They have
Okay.
been.
Donairs literally every day.
Every day.
Sheepy Time's a great pick.
So good.
Thank you.
So my number 5 has changed so many times in the last hour.
Last hour.
But I think I landed on a pick that I feel good about, and it is Downtown Farmers Market. I really like
What
this
did you
one.
say? Oh.
What do you think it was?
Nothing.
He's already played that one. He only has new
Oh.
ones. You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
Downtown Farmers Market?
Yes.
That's a great
I
game.
love this game. It was it's set collection-y.
Mhm.
It reminded me a little bit of Point Salad, but like more agency and a little more crunch, and I like that a lot.
Would you
It's
say
really
that
good.
it's a coffee
Agency.
table game?
I think Max would,
Mhm.
but at the same time, there's a lot of mean hate drafting that goes
Mhm.
on, and so
You
if
got
you like that
Brownie.
kind of thing, this is a game for you as well.
for all of you out there who's like, what's a coffee table game?
Nobody knows.
We don't know
No one
either.
knows. No one knows. A game that Max doesn't like.
Yeah.
Basically, we've come to the conclusion that a coffee table game is Max saying, yes, I don't like this game.
Yes.
So if he ever is on video, you've heard it here first. If you're
Heard it
watching
here first.
Tablenauts and you hear Max say, this is a coffee table game, he just doesn't like it.
You
Yeah,
don't
That's
like
what
it.
he means.
You don't like it.
My number 5 is actually one of the ones that I had kind of played before. And that is Dice Miner.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
I learned Dice Miner from Ruel while we were at Dice Tower West.
Shout out to
And
Ruel. Get
shout out to
Ruel.
Ruel.
Blah-blah.
And also Bill
Yeah.
and Michael from Nerd Shelves. But I didn't really remember it. It was a while ago. And so we just recently played it this weekend, and I fell in love with it again. We bought a copy.
That is a
so
Doolin.
yeah,
favorite.
Dice Miner is kind of a dice drafting, like, I
Fun
don't know,
game.
like point
Mhm.
salad-y type game
Mhm.
with a really cool little, like, draft mountain thing
Mhm.
that you draft dice off of. It's really simple. It's really fun.
Okay, my number 5 is one that I never thought that I would play. Was very unassuming, very beige. And that was Alhambra.
Yeah.
And she
Good
Yeah.
one. And she destroyed.
She
She
did.
did.
That's
Oh
probably
my
why I
gosh.
liked it so much. But we played this at the Boardroom Game Cafe.
Shout out.
Shout out to them. We went 2 times. Emily wanted to play this one, so Doolin pulled it out and taught us, and it was amazing. It's kind of like a drafting sort of spend money, place tiles,
Mhm.
build walls,
Yep.
pathways, etc.
Yeah.
It is a puzzle, and I'm here for it.
It's an old boy.
It's an old
so
boy.
old.
boy.
Like
2003?
what?
Yeah, we said 2003, I think.
Something
Yeah.
But
crazy.
possibly before that, maybe?
Old. Possibly before that.
Or
We don't know.
possibly
Yeah.
before that. I feel really weird sitting on this side of you.
It is weird. I don't like you
like
being
it.
on my left.
Do you guys want to switch
No.
around
No.
mid-video?
We've
No,
already
we're already
committed
here.
to this. Okay, on to our number 4s.
Turn on Jamie.
Emily, what's your number 4?
Alright, my number 4.
Okay.
My number 4 is medium.
Oh, good pick. Sorry
like
if you're a mic.
This one,
That's
you
okay.
have cards in your hand. You pick one, and then another person next to you picks one, and you both have to say one word at the same time. You
Mhm.
count down 3, 2, 1. Both say a word at the same time. If you say the same word, you get points.
Really fun.
Really
Jeff and I dominated. Of
We
course.
did.
You won by 1 point.
We
You won by
dominated.
1 point.
We
So-
destroyed.
Joshua and I are
Oh,
just
okay.
always on the same wavelength.
Always on the
Always.
same way. I
And
don't
we
know why I didn't
also
think about
bought a copy of that.
We did.
We
Oh,
should get a copy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait until we get back because our bag is very stuffed full
Mm.
of new games we purchased.
I
So-
think Medium would be a really fun one to play with people you don't know.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an icebreaker.
I thought that Josh and I would do better together, and you two would do
Mm.
better
We
together.
did not.
But
Mhm.
actually, Jamie and I did well together, and Josh
It was
and
quite the opposite.
Jamie and I didn't.
No.
Terrible. I think
Terrible.
we were the worst.
The
pairing.
worst. We were the worst.
Great pick.
Hold on, I gotta tell this story. There was one moment where you two did one, and Jamie was like a full second late to saying a word,
Yeah.
and still didn't say the same
Yeah.
word as you.
Yeah.
I did
Which,
not.
Yeah, literally.
which I love the honesty there. You
Literally-
still said
That's
the
true.
word that you
I
thought
had a
of.
word in my head, and I would have panicked. I would have been like,
That's called self-sabotage.
saboteur.
Saboteur. My number 4 is a game that I have memed about with people from Foster the Meeple and also from Tablenauts for a long time, but I've never played it
Oh.
before, and that's Brew Baby.
That's
Oh,
baby.
Blue baby.
That's
Number
baby.
4 is, I don't know, Brew is just
Mhm.
such a
That was
blast.
fun.
I'm a big area control fan, and then having that meadness, having that the collection of ingredients, and trying to build out those potions that you need is just man, it's a really fun race and really really exciting as people burned each other to the ground, and then
Mhm.
also took each other's place through special card play,
Mhm.
and it was just a lot of fun. I
Mhm.
like that a lot. I think that it would be a good game for people, and this sounds like a very strange comparison, but if you're a fan of Root like me, where you like a lot of meanness and like how even like table talk can affect the game, and it's not just straight like one person with all of their strategy is going to win the game. It's going to take some table talk and convincing other people at the table.
Yep.
You're going to like this game. So
Maxwell, I'm talking to you now. I just need you to know that I was not nearly as mean to Doolin
He
as I
wasn't.
was to you. And
I
I don't regret it.
still was
regret it.
easily the most bullied at the table,
No.
but it was my number 4.
My number 4 is a game that has one of my favorite mechanics in it, which is trick taking. and that is Cat in the Box.
Ooh, such a good game.
Cat in the Box has been one that I've been wanting to play for a very long time. It's been recommended to me a ton, given the fact that I love trick-taking games. And luckily, we had a copy, and the Doolins had played it before, which makes things very easy. Cat in the Box is basically a trick-taking game with kind of like a area majority attachment to it, where basically you are just taking tricks, and depending on which tricks you take and cards you play, you're going to take control of a small little area on a shared colored board, essentially. And you're going to score points based on adjacency of those numbers on that board. What's really cool is if you throw a card out, like basically if I throw a blue and a red trick, I will lose access to blue. So I no longer can play blue cards out. It's just a really cool, interesting take on trick-taking, and I very much enjoyed it. I thought the production quality of it was also super awesome for a small little card game. That's my number 4.
Love Cat in the Box. Such a good game.
It didn't make my list.
Good pick.
My number 4 is Dice Miner.
Oh.
Yeah.
We created lovers of Dice Miner out of it.
Yeah, yes. We played it twice. We went to the Boardroom Game Cafe, played it twice, and then we stopped at Lancelot Games Day and bought it. So it's already been talked about, so I'm not going to say anything more, but it is super, super fun, and I love rolling dice, and I love games that have luck, so it's right up my alley.
Do you know what would be cool?
What?
If you made your own Dice Miner, like big version.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
You know what I mean? Like a big, giant dice version.
That's a great idea.
With the big mountain thing.
I'm gonna have to get Kenny to design that and 3D print it for me.
Kenny can do anything.
Come on, Kenny.
Come on, Kenny.
All right, number 3, Emily.
Okay, number 3, mine already got talked about. It's a little bit of crossover, but my number 3 is Cat in the Box.
Ooh,
nice, Emily.
Ooh, okay. Are you gonna? Wait, no. Jamie just said that she's not gonna throw it on her list. What a lame-o. I'm just kidding.
What a lame-o.
J-Mo's great.
J-Mo's great-o.
J-Mo the lame-o.
J-Mo is great-o. My number 3 should come at... Actually, it might be a surprise that it's as low as it is. But I love a good storytelling game. And this one is so fun. And considering I've not gotten to play the preceding game, which is Forgotten Waters, this game just blew my socks off. Like, getting to enjoy the system. And this is Freelancers by Plaid Hat, a Crossroads game. And, man, it's hard to explain, like, what this game... how you play it, but it's if you've played Forgotten Waters, is what I've been told. Maybe you guys can talk about it more later. But maybe. I really just enjoyed the jokes that were told. I really enjoyed the camaraderie at the table, and it almost felt like we were playing a little mini like D&D campaign. And it was a lot of fun, and it was all like in a very tight amount of time. And it was very well produced, and it only get better as like everything is voiced and all of that, because it wasn't all voiced what we played, but I assume it will be. But great game, loved it so much, and I can't wait to get my hands on it eventually.
My number 3 is actually a game we've already played. This was the one caveat, and the reason why it's on this is because I can't not give it credit when credit is due, and that is Mansions of Madness. Mansions of Madness is... I'm so glad we've played it again. It's been a while. We played so much.
Your thought, thanks.
We played so much Mansions of Madness that it got to a point where we just put it away for a long time, and I think I kind of like lost that lust for it. And we played it again, and I'm just back hooked on it.
I want to get more expansion.
It's so incredibly good. It's so awesome to play with people that hadn't played it before and hadn't experienced it, and to get to play it at a full 4-player count was super enjoyable. Mansions of Madness, for those that don't know, is a scenario-based kind of cooperative game where you're in a Cthulhu world and you're basically completing a bunch of objectives to finish scenarios, essentially. You're attacking baddies, uncovering secrets, solving puzzles, moving around, and et cetera, et cetera. Love Mansions of Madness, and to Jamie's point, I want to get more of it and explore more of that game because it's incredible.
So good. I had it on my list, but then I decided to only do new games. But it was on my list because, it was like a rediscovery of an old love.
Number 3.
My number 3 is like a brand new game, and it's called Hooky.
Ooh.
Okay? I did it all for the hooky.
The what?
The hooky.
The what?
So you could get that
What?
cookie.
And put it and stick it up your...
Hey!
Stick it up, yo.
Hey!
Stick it up, yo.
There we go. Okay, so Hooky is a new game from Rio Grande. Is it Rio Grande or Rio Grande?
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
Potato, potato.
I say Rio
Grande,
Grande,
Grande.
Games.
Rio Green.
Rio Grande.
Gums.
It depends. In Kentucky, it would be Rio Grande.
It's
Mhm.
Rio Grande,
Gums.
yeah.
Yeah, it is Rio
Actually,
Grande.
yeah.
Kentucky.
There you go.
That's
So-
not a joke, actually.
That's for real.
I told you.
That's amazing.
I know how Kentucky
Well
works.
done. Well done.
So this is a game that it's a deduction game, and basically everyone has a hand of cards that have letters on them and kids that are going to school. But there are 3 kids that have played hooky, and you're trying to determine which 3 kids of the 26 in the class are playing hooky, and you're doing that by asking each other 5-letter words to determine how many of the letters they hold in their hand to kind of like X out different ones that you know aren't playing hooky. We had to play it twice because I made a mistake.
I did as well.
And then Emily made a mistake in the next game, but we kept going. But this is such a brain melter. Like if you
Yes.
like I don't think Almost Innocent has gotten to people yet, but if you like Turing
Mm.
Machine, this could be a
Yeah.
good one for you. It is very puzzly, deduction-y,
Yeah.
and difficult, but in a really fun way. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
am very excited to play more. It is minimum 3 players, which is the only thing that is kind of a bummer. But
Yeah. What was
yeah.
the highest it went to?
5, 3 to 5.
3 to
Yeah.
5. Yeah, it's rough, but
So I'm just excited to play more and more and more.
Number 2 is Dice Miner.
yeah.
And Doolin Duet, we love this game. We play it a lot.
Yeah.
I like the chunky dice. It's very satisfying how they go on the little
Oh, yeah.
line.
You're supposed to just drop them on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I checked our plays beforehand. I think we're somewhere like
a
around
lot.
25, 30
Mm.
plays.
I like
Like,
it.
we love
Whoa.
this.
It's
We
so
play this game a lot.
easy.
Yeah,
Like-
it does not take a long time.
God,
like it's
man,
quick.
you just pull that bag out and you're playing.
And
Yeah.
I think, I mean, do you like it more at higher player counts or just at 2? Or do you like both? Or
We do both, but I mean, we just had people over at our house like last week, and they're all kind of like beginners,
Mhm.
Mm.
and they got it picked up on it real easy.
Great intro game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But a game for everyone, no matter the level.
Yeah.
Everybody
So
can
fun.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love the cheers mechanic. We didn't
Yeah.
talk about that either. But like, I
Cheers.
love that too.
Yeah.
Cheers. That's my
Which is like a
Cheers.
catch-up mechanic, if
Yeah.
like if you think about it. Number 2 is a game I had. Man, I did not think I would like that much. In fact, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this would be like a little appetizer before we get to
Yeah,
the
it
main
is.
event
Yeah, it
of
is.
games." And Jeff was sitting there, and he was learning it for a while at the Boardroom Game Cafe, and I was like, oh, "Okay, well, like I'll go look at the games that we'll actually enjoy after this."
Mhm.
But
Burn.
we actually came back to it the next time we were there because we liked it that much, and
Yeah.
I'm desperate to find a copy of
Same.
this when we get back. And this is Coloretto. This is kind of older, and it is a card. I don't want to say drafting, but it's kind of drafting. You're taking a card out, and everything's public information,
Mhm.
and you're trying to collect sets of colors. And every time you take a card, you place it into one of 4 piles, and once it has 3 cards, it can no longer have any cards placed on it. And then on your turn, you can also, instead of choosing to place a card down, you can choose to just take a whole set. And then you have to wait for everybody else to also take a set before you can take any more cards. And what's interesting is that you, at the end of the game, depending on all of the cards you've taken, you're going to score the 3 biggest sets of colors you have, and everything else is negative points.
Mhm.
And so there's just a whole, like, the fact that I know everybody's colors
Yeah, I like
at the
that.
table is just so nice.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, just the strategery around me drawing a card that I really want, but I know if I put on this pile, it's going to get taken by
Yeah.
Jeff, or it's going to get
Mhm.
taken by Emily, and I have to be really careful. I have to sometimes purposely take things I don't like
Yep.
because I
Mhm.
don't want other people to score a bunch of
That's
points.
good.
But I
Mhm.
love this game. It's great.
My number 2 is a new to us game that has already been talked about. And that is Freelancers from Plaid Hat Games.
What is your number?
We actually have played Forgotten Waters. What?
Ah,
Why'd you laugh?
Doolin and I just know stuff
Mm-hmm.
and things.
You guys have
Mhm.
no idea what my number 1 is.
What?
If you've played Forgotten Waters, it is basically the same game with a different theme. Like, there's a little bit of, like, your traditional, barbarian tropes, but then there's, like, this, like, machinery type city that you're all part of. And it's
Mm.
it's cute, it's funny, And I really like the crossroads system. It's so easy to just open up the book and play.
Mm-hmm.
Full transparency, this was like an early app version of the game. And thank you to Plaid Hat for obviously sending that along to us. However, again, if you like that system, it's one you will absolutely adore, and I'm looking forward to playing more and more of it.
We have a crossover because my number 2 is also Colorado.
Yes, Jamie.
It is so much fun. I need to find. The only downfall of this game is I'm pretty sure it's a minimum 3 players. Once again, but it's so quick, easy. I don't know if this one is on BGA, but Zularetto is definitely on BGA, which we didn't play. But it is like, it'd be a great con game, great travel game. Just anybody can play it. It's quick, it's simple, it's fun, and it has like gotcha moments. And
Gotcha.
it's mean, and it's just, it's got everything. I love it. It's so, so good.
Here we go, Pete.
Number 1!
Number 1!
I'm so interested to know whatever it is number 1 is.
This is a crossover.
Okay,
Someone already said it.
Okay, who said
This
it?
was I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about it.
I don't know about
it.
I don't know about it.
I know what it is.
I don't know if he does. Okay,
I do.
this one is one that I really wanted to play when I got here.
Mm.
And it was one that was on my list. I had several on my list. I was like, I want to play this. The first night we tried to play it, it wouldn't download to the computer.
I know what it is.
I knew it.
Yeah,
That
The
was my
second night
guess.
we got it all downloaded. It's Mansions of Madness.
Yes.
I knew
I
it.
really like the storytelling on the computer, like
Yeah,
how
it's
it
so
goes
cool.
through the story and kind of maps out everything. And it's just the artwork's really beautiful. It's really well done, and it's super fun.
I'm
Okay.
so excited that
I
you
want to
liked
buy
it that
so
much.
many more expansions.
And we
We
own
own
it.
We own it.
Yeah.
We just
Even
never
better.
we never played
Even
it.
better.
I got that for a steal at like half price books or something.
I do
which is
think
just crazy.
the app is really good at
Yeah.
doing a lot of the
Mhm.
heavy lifting of that game.
Yeah, I'm going to be so interested to talk to you guys after you do one of the like really hard scenarios. Just keep us posted.
Okay. I mean, it should not be a surprise that it is also my number 1
Oh,
as
Is,
well.
it,
Yeah, it
Jeff, is that what you thought was my number
Yes.
one?
Okay. I love
I didn't
this.
think it'd be Doolin's. I did think it would be yours.
And I'm saying that as a person who struggled the entire time we
Ooh,
played.
yeah.
I had the
You
worst
did not do
rolls.
well.
I went insane, and I got a secret card. But I think that actually amped my love for it even more
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I found out that was a possibility. Like
Yeah.
I was going to take a card, and everybody at the table was going to think, "Oh, is Doolin on our side anymore? Is he
Could
going
not-
to? Is
he
he
could
going
not
to
be
help?"
trusted.
But my card just simply said, "You're suspicious, and everybody's gonna not really trust you. But you win or lose the game the same as everybody else,"
Mhm.
which I thought was like just cheeky, like so funny.
Yeah.
But this game was a blast. We only played the intro scenario, so
Mhm.
I think there's so much more. Like I can't wait to see what else. Like Cthulhu never popped up on the board. I got to play until that happens.
My number 1 is not Mansions of Madness because I've already talked about Mansions of Madness. But my number 1 has been talked about already. Also, do you guys know what it
It's
is?
Colorado.
It's got to be Colorado.
My number 1 is Colorado.
Yay!
I knew
Awesome.
I have wanted to play this one ever since hearing about it from Board Game Barrage.
yeah.
They love this game. They talk about it a ton. We just never had a chance to play it. And I just saw it on the shelf and I was like, this can't be that difficult to learn. And it really wasn't. And once we played it, similar feelings. It's awesome that you get to see what everyone's doing. And
Mhm.
I love games where you can kind of just slightly screw people over. And in
Or not so
Colorado,
slightly.
you can slightly screw people over. Like I remember where there was a situation where Doolin wanted blue, and I knew he wanted blue, and I had pulled yellow, and Doolin didn't want yellow.
No, yeah.
And I was like, there you go.
Yellow.
And I put yellow on blue because then if Doolin had to take blue, he was going to have to take yellow with it.
Mhm.
I just love that little bit of interaction that's just like, well, being super mean, don't get me wrong, but like just that little slight meanness is really cool.
Sometimes you can't help but be mean.
And-
Like, there's nothing else you could do.
Yeah, and I don't know, recently I've been getting into these just quick plays of like these simple little card games have been really, really enjoyable, and Colorado just knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely. Great game.
Rude.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 1 has already been mentioned as well, and that is Freelancers.
Mhm.
We played through an entire campaign. We just sat down, we started it, and we played till the very end. And that's the beauty of Freelancers is you can literally play through, and then you go on to a new story. You get new characters with new careers, and the whole theme is like you're freelancers just doing jobs for people. I was a mouser clam digger, and I had a vendetta against clams, and I just wanted all the clams in the world to be gone. And you build out a story using Mad Libs. Like, it's just so silly. The story is really fun and funny. It's easy to learn, quick to play, and you get a lot of like fun interaction with the players, and you're making decisions together. And I don't know. I love the artwork. I love the story. I think it's funny. All transparency. Obviously, we've done a preview for this game, which was paid. However, this is not, so I can say whatever I want, and I loved it.
And we put it on our
Yes,
list. Is that good?
Yeah.
I also quickly want to say, like, I think Plaid Hat has one of the best app systems. Like, their narration and everything in their games are always 10 out of 10. And I think that's part of the reason why these games are so good, is because they do such a great job with the voice acting and just the smoothness of the applications that they put in these games. Yeah.
Silly fun. I love it.
It made me happy, too, because, like, I've always said I love Plaid Hat, but I've been wondering lately, is it my love for Plaid Hat or is my love for Jerry Hawthorne?
Right.
And this one, he doesn't touch at all, and it's incredible. It's a really good game.
Yeah. I think you guys really need to try Forgotten Waters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we gotta
it's
get
so
it.
good.
We gotta get it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pirates.
Yeah.
Yar.
Was there any games on anybody's list that just missed?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to throw out a quick one.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Sea Salt and Paper.
Yeah.
Like, we've played that so much, and I've played it on BGA and didn't really, like, understand it to some degree, but we've now played it in person a bunch, and geez, man, that game's so good. I don't know why I didn't put it on the list. I think because I played it before, but man, that game just hits every time it's on the table.
Yeah. I had two. Startups, which is an Oink game that has been sitting on our list for forever, and it was another one that was quick, fun, easy, and a little bit mean. And then Monopoly Deal.
I really like
it.
It's so mean.
I've always heard that it's a really good game, and I'm like, it can't be that good. But it was really fun.
I really liked Monopoly Deal too.
It's so silly. It has nothing to do with Monopoly.
I want to go
theme.
buy it. Like, I think that is
great.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One that was one I did not expect to like at all, but I almost made my list, was number 6, was I think it's called Sagani, right? Which you guys taught to us. Emily was taking a little bit of a break to let our bellies digest some
all the
donair. And we were waiting to play Mansions, and so we went down here, and before she came down, we were playing Sagani, which is like a crunchy, like, tile placement game about managing your resources. And I, like, very early got myself into just the worst situation. I was just trying to dig myself out the rest of the game. But it made me, like, talk about a game that sat with me that I really wanted to go back to. So, great game.
I had a bunch. It's a problem. So, Monopoly Deal, I think, is really fun. That was kind of one of mine that didn't make my top 5. Another one that, well, just since I had some that were, like, games I'd already played before, some that I learned while I was here that I've been wanting to play were Dice Veggies. I like that one.
That was really good.
Castle Party I really liked.
And
so good.
Res Arcana I really liked too.
Right.
You liked Res that much?
I liked it, yeah.
That's big.
I really thought I lost you guys with that one.
I liked it.
Like 10 minutes into that game, I was like, they hate this.
It's a lot to learn, but once you get into it, it's really good.
Play that a couple more times and it'll really click, and it's
But I think one of the ones that I had the most fun playing, like just some of the most fun moments for me, was So Clover.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Never
about
disappoint.
that.
Never disappoint.
That's such a good game.
I always struggle because those games always are good.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone, in my opinion, knows that those games are good. And it's so hard to add to a list like this because it's almost like the obvious pick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was great. We had so many fun games.
Thank you so much for hosting us, guys. And thanks for letting us be on the channel.
You are
Best
more than
ever.
welcome to visit us anytime. And if you haven't subscribed and gone to watch Tablenauts, please go and do so.
That's a no-brainer.
They are our best friends in the world.
BFFs.
They're incredible content creators, and they deserve all the love from all of you.
Yeah, that do be facts, though.
It do be facts.
This has been a trip 2 years in the making.
2 years in the making, baby.
Here's the deal. Go watch a Tablenauts video and comment and say, Max, explain to me a coffee table game.
What is a coffee table game?
Just say, Max, Say nothing else in the comments. Just
it doesn't
Max,
matter what video it is, so
any
long as
video.
Max is in it. Don't do
Yeah, don't do it on
solo video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, I guess.
Just say, Max, what is a coffee table game?
What is it? Alright, if you are interested in buying board games like any of the many that we mentioned today, you should first start oh my god. You should first start with your friendly local gaming store, and for us, that is
The Boardroom Game Cafe.
Emily and I are both wearing shirts from there underneath
Careful,
our
careful.
other shirts.
Dropping phones.
Oh my gosh, look at all that cat hair.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's nice for my sweater.
Do you like snacks?
I do.
Yeah.
You know what you should try?
Lunch pack.
Exactly. They ate a bunch of snacks from
They
lunch.
did.
We've
Too
eaten
many,
so
maybe.
much food. There's no more s'mores.
No more
No more
s'mores.
s'mores. Donors can take a break for a little while.
Yeah. That is everything that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
Please subscribe.
we hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Ladies.
Really?
That's from the tire.
Should I
Oh.
listen
This is
to
stuff
you
in
to
the tire.
me?
And
Or
honestly, I
that
think
is
that
too.
one
Is Emily in? Oh yeah, she in.
So
Should I
these
just
are my
do it?
favorite
It looks so
shorts, and they're
cute.
ruined.
I don't think
I can't see what Foster the Meeple look like on.
Nobody
Okay, now
can
I
see. It's got Doolin's eye.
Okay, you
Emily and
can't
I
look
could
at
be
the
a total
screen though
blur.
like I do. You gotta
What?
look at the camera.
But the
Oh.
camera, the monitor's actually right behind the camera this time, so it's...
Yeah, but I'm like, look at me.
So
This
look
is
at
me
the
looking at the
camera.
screen right now.
Should I do?
The monitor's up above.
Should I do new to me again?
Spaced out.
Are you ready for real?
Yeah, I was born ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to be ranking... No, that's a lie. We are going to
My
go
hands are
through...
here. They saw it.
You're not rubbing it with your hands.
What?
It is my leg, actually.
Jeffrey,
We've broken the code for you.
what's your
broken
number
code.
5?
I don't even remember. I gotta
Me
check. Oh, yes, I
Ooh,
remember.
I
Wasn't
remember.
even ready.
I don't know. I'm getting like, I'm just like,
Because I'm next to you?
I don't know. It's on my left ear, I think. I get real. Oh, I hate that.
Had to be mentioned.
Did you see my list?
I didn't.
You were close.
I
though.
saw one.
What was it?
I can't tell you.
Tell me.
It's a secret.
Spoiler.
Well, that's fine. 'Cause it's... No.
Now, if you're interested in buying board games, like any of the many that we mentioned today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. For us, that is the Boardroom Game Cafe, which we visited 2 times.
So good.
I think Emily and I are both wearing our Boardroom Game Cafe.
Jamie.
Underneath.
Jamie.
Careful.
Oops,
Jamie.
sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
That is not how this works.
Jeff
You were
was
getting
supposed
at
to
me
say
about
it.
the intro.
Jeff's supposed to
Then
say
you
it.
bring them here and you're like, oh, I'll just handle all this.
We'll just say
Go
it.
back right now.
The end.
You did it.
Awesome.
You
Good
did
job,
it, fam.
everyone. Someone grab those
Let's
Sour
play
Patch
some
Kids. Looking at
games.
them the whole video.
I've been looking at them. They've been looking at me.
They've been looking at me, I've been looking at them. And they've been saying, don't worry about it, sweetheart.